So, Alex, how you doing, sir?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for taking the time, man. I know this is a crazy time, so I appreciate you taking a few minutes, man.
No problem. Of course.
Well, first, Alex, just tell me. I mean, how is life for you right now? I mean, obviously it's different for everybody in the world. What's Sweden like right now for you? As we're all in this kind of crazy time in our lives.
It's like you said, it's crazy. I just at home with my family right now. We don't do much at all. Try to stay away from people and from the city. Basically, we just stay in our house and me and my fiance and also my kids there. So we just take it easy, more or less. If I go anywhere, I just take my dogs out for a walk. So it's pretty calm and relaxed.
No doubt. Are you trying to work out at all, or are you just kind of giving yourself a little time off to say, hey, we got to put things on hold for now?
No, I do a session a day. Not a session that I usually do, but I go for a run, or I go for some hill running and do some basic stuff at home, basically just to get some energy off me. There is not so much else you can do.
Yeah.
I don't have any weights or anything like that. I just work in basic stuff.
Sure. Well, before all this stuff got crazy, man, it was announced that you're going to be in the UFC Hall of Fame for your famous fight with John Jones. So I just wanted to ask you, I mean, I know that there's bigger things going on in life right now, but I mean, that's your professional career, and knowing that you're going to be in the UFC Hall of Fame, did that honor strike you? I mean, did that mean something to you when you found out this news?
Of course. Yeah, it's first of all, it's a huge honor for me just to be mentioned with those guys in the Hall of Fame, and this fight with John, we all know it's one of the best fights ever. So yeah, it's big for me, and I'm very happy to be a part of it and be up there with all the other guys in that Hall of Fame division. So it's a very big honor for me to be there.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, I know if you could rewrite history, you would have walked out that night with the belt. But, I mean, it is, as you said, one of the greatest fights in the history of the UFC. So, I mean, can you at least take some pride in that and knowing that, yeah, I didn't win that night, but I was in one of the greatest moments ever?
Yeah, 100%. I learned a lot after that fight about myself. And, I went, even if I lost that fight, I still went from basically no one to someone to people were talking about people were talking about me, and it was just a big turnaround in my career for sure.
When somebody mentions that fight or they bring it up, and I'm sure they bring it up all the time, I mean, what's your memory? Like, what's one thing that stands out that night, whether it's a moment from the fight or an emotion or a feeling or something? Like, when people bring up that fight, what's the first thing that stands out to you?
I was pretty tired after the fight. First of all, I felt it was my first really 5-rounder fight I did. So it was I was pretty tired, and also I remember my my disappointment after when my hand wasn't raised, and but at the same time I felt a lot of pride in my performance, and also I felt it from the team that even if I lost, it was still a big moment for me and my team right there. So no, it's a mixture of feelings, but most of them it's good, and definitely a memory I will have with me in the rest of my life.
Yeah, what's funny is almost as famous as the fight itself is the hospital picture afterwards. Where you posted on social media. So how did that picture come together? I mean, what happened that you guys saw each other, and who decided to take a picture? How did that picture come together?
I think it was a buddy of mine. We were at the hospital at the same time, and I was pretty much walking around there, waiting to just get out of there from the hospital. And I think my buddy saw John laying on the bed, and I was in another room. And then my friend said, John is over there. So I just looked out, and I saw him laying there, and then I went up to him, and I was just showing him some respect, and then we were talking about the fight, and then my friend asked to take the picture, and we took that picture. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Do you remember the conversation at all? What was said between you two guys? Is it something you can share?
I don't remember like that, but if I remember correctly, I think it was more like he gave me some credit for the fight, and and we also talked about how good the fight was, and it went like from up and down the whole fight, and we talked about those details and stuff like that.
Very nice, very nice. Well, listen, we've been hearing rumblings of a fight maybe this year. I mean, I know obviously the world's put on hold. It's tough to predict anything, but what is the plan right now? Is coming back to the UFC? Is that in the cards now?
Well, the plan, first of all, is not to get that damn virus we have around us right now, and stay healthy, and my kids and my family. But I'm in training, and I'm honest with you. I feel like I'm 33 years old, and I feels like I got a couple more years in me, and it's just I have to do it correctly this time, and we were actually looking to go to America just before this Corona happens, and but to go there and train and stuff like that, just to get the feeling again and change the environment a little bit and stuff like that. But with that said, I'm not, I can give you either a yes or no, but I'm up to training, and it feels good, and let's see what the future brings.
I like it. Where were you planning on training? Back to Alliance, or where were you thinking?
We were thinking about San Diego Alliance, and just go from there and see where we end up. I've been home for I started my career and went to America a lot, several times a year to train, and I remember that feeling to get away and get that focus in and get that tunnel vision in and be on deep water again against guys that are actually better than you, and you keep. It's not about the age in this sport. It's about having fun and keep evolving. And I feel like I need to get out there in the deep waters again and test my skills against better guys and keep get better as a fighter first of all, and then see what's next.
How do you make the decision, Alex? Is it like a mental evaluation, or is it a physical evaluation? How do you make the decision of?
It's a mental thing, I think, because that's the type of guy, type of athlete I am. I have very hard. I'm very. How can you say it? I'm very. I love to be at home, and I feel very comfortable being at home with around my kids, and I go to the gym, and we don't get me wrong, we have some really tough good guys at the gym. It's just you train with the same guys too long, and you start knowing what the guys are going to do. So that's why I have to we're looking at not even have a fight planned or anything like that, just to go out there again and to America and train, and I want to get tested again and get that feeling of being on deep waters, training with the guys, and that motivates me a lot too. So it's definitely a mental thing for me. I always prepare. I'm always prepared. My conditioning is always there, and my strength and stuff like that. But it's a mental thing.
Yeah, totally understandable. Well, I guess is it just on hold right now? I mean, we really don't know anything, right? I mean, this thing. I guess we're kind of up to the coronavirus schedule, right? So no time frame in mind at this point.
No, nothing. We're just trying to get past this corona thing, and then let's see what the future brings. But I will for sure get to America and train to start with, and then see what's next.